Welcome on in N1MD Podcast. Your host, Kevin Hart, Brian Sherrard.
What's going on, man? Yeah.
I'm just
Uh-huh.
feeling like Bob Dylan, man.
That's right.
As we
Yeah.
need to black.
Yeah.
What's going on, nation? What's going on, nation?
Oh, man.
I hope everybody's doing well. It's Preakness weekend here in MD.
Yeah, man. We got some consistent weather this week, man.
Oh, it was, listen. I mean, I know it started off in the 40s, but it ends in the 70s. So, which is usually how I feel throughout the day. So that's like my day. Like, I feel like I'm 40 because I am, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm 70. So all that makes sense to me. But thank you everybody for tuning in and N1MD Podcast. We're here, of course, on StreamYard and YouTube. You can subscribe and like and also comment. We appreciate it. You know, we can always add, and this is live. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. And of course, you can download us on Spreaker and Stitcher apps, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find N1MD Podcast. So, what you got, man?
Man, everything's good, man. It was an interesting week. We had an event here yesterday.
Yeah,
in good old Charm City, which I somehow forgot about.
That makes two of us. I talked about that bad boy all week.
Yeah,
I thought about it all week.
Yeah, and we even talked about it the other day.
Yep.
And I think life just kind of caught up with us, and I totally forgot. I didn't forget. I mean, I forgot about it until like 10 o'clock. Like, oh shoot.
Oh dang! It was that. I see. I got an alert on my phone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like, "What? It happened?"
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can throw this question out because I was going to ask you, did you watch the Preakness?
Yeah, that would be a no. I'm going to say no to that. Even though it's crazy, even with all the controversy and everything that was going on, I thought I would have even remembered to watch it even more than usual. But like you said, I think it's just life and still busy, even though they're trying to open things up here in Maryland. Yeah. So still some places still trying to find gas. Wow. And you're just trying to get around. So life happened yesterday, man. So.
I heard it was pretty busy on York Road gas at York Road gas stations this week.
Oh yeah, well York Road is usually bad anyway.
Yeah,
honestly. But York Road goes all the way up, and then of course all the bettors were out yesterday. So just going up to Maryland Fairgrounds around that area, because all the people go and watch the horse racing at the Timonium Fairgrounds.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, it's like a holiday.
Oh,
it's people start packing that place early to get in. I don't know if they even hold races here during the day, but they're there because there's other races before the Preakness. Excuse me, that happen at the field. So they come in and bet on those as well. But it's an all-day thing, man.
So wait a minute. And I don't want to digress too much, but if people are going there for the betting and also the mass vaccination sites, like...
Well, it's on two different... I think they were coming in on the Padonia Road side.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, man, that sounds like that might be really hectic, man.
Well, I mean, put it like this. I would put it aside and say, come bet on the Preakness. Get vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put in your parlay and get the shot.
Hey,
get your Pfizer. You know what I'm saying? Get your Moderna.
Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Hey, they're $1 million raffles in Ohio. You know what I mean?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Exactly.
So if that works, that works.
Yeah. But you didn't watch the Preakness. We both forgot.
Yeah.
And I was hoping. Did you see like any highlights or anything like that?
None. I saw 0.
Now who won? Madison Rumgardner or something? What was his name?
Yeah, Rumbauer.
Rumbauer. Okay.
Rumbauer came in first. I think Barry Bonds came in. I'm sorry. Medina Spirit came in second. And Midnight Bourbon, which, by the way, that's a really good name.
I was about to say that's a cool name.
I like that name, Midnight Bourbon.
Yeah, that's slick. That's slick. You got to look sports names, man, and that's a good one. That's a good one right there.
No, Medina finished. Medina Bonds Spirit. Sorry, that's the whole steroid thing. Got in my head. Finished third.
Okay, Medina finished third.
Yeah, but so I guess Midnight Bourbon was second.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you, and maybe you know this, maybe not, but was there like, do you know like how many people were allowed to attend the Preakness?
I think about 10,000.
Wow,
I remember hearing that number.
Man, that's only a fraction of the
people. Yeah, it's down from the 100 that usually go there.
Yeah,
and go crazy.
Wow. So at least 10,000 people were able to go. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and they had concerts.
Oh,
yeah, they still had a concert. So they still had activities. It still wasn't at the level that Preakness normally. So, Preakness is like an ant farm for the most part. But again, they still have about 10,000, which is still good. And they're trying to build up the track. And I can't wait till because the Preakness needs to stay in Baltimore.
We've been hearing this for years. I've been hearing this for years.
Oh yeah, I know. But there is a plan that I saw somewhere.
Oh, there is actually a plan.
Oh yeah, to upgrade the facilities there, because there's a hospital there around there that I work for.
Right.
And as I drive around, never driven around the neighborhood. First time was the other day because I was bored. So
yeah,
I drove around the neighborhood. I'm like, you can't really expand out, but you can expand up. But you can make it so much better because it really just feels like a neighborhood track instead of feeling like this grand stage of which is really being conveyed as. It's the second leg of a triple crown.
Yeah, it's funny. People from here would have no idea like that Preakness is thrown, like you said, pretty much in between a hospital and the hood.
A neighborhood. Yes. It's exactly what it is.
Like people will have you look at it on TV, it's like, wow, it looks so good.
I mean, the parking lot for the hospital is the parking lot used for the Preakness. No. So it's called the Pimlico parking lot. And then people can't use it on the weekend. So I think maybe even starting Friday. So if you're working there at the hospital, you can't park in that parking lot. But once the race is over, like say today or tomorrow, you can park over there. So, but that's how close it is.
Okay.
It's literally within walking distance from the hospital. And you said you can leave there from the gate. You're in that neighborhood, which I think is Park Heights, I believe.
Yeah, Park Heights. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you're right there. So, but there's a place to make it grander, better, and honestly, in the next coming years, that's how people make some of their money because you park on their lawns, and it's basically what we did when we went to the Miami game.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's what it reminded me of. But have you ever been to a Preakness?
No. Neither one of us, right, have been.
No, I just never. Yeah. I ever thought about it either. I never thought.
I had no desire to go. However, maybe I wouldn't mind going just to see. Like I'm just curious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is
not that curious.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to suggest. We have an NY2MD podcast because we can have one next year, and because everybody beats backstage safe, we can have a Preakness party. Because honestly, I would like to get dressed up, wear a hat, have some Black-Eyed Susans, and make it like just the kids that hang out, just an event. And just, as adults, you really don't have things, but, like I said, we all know life is funny. Believe me, we spent 10 minutes talking about the freaking Preakness, but like life is funny. But I just think, I always, like, a part of me does want to see, like when Aaron Rodgers dressed up and Tom Brady dressed up to go to the Kentucky Derby. It's like this event.
Yes.
So, why not have like a little Preakness party?
Right.
And just, people, just even just a photo opportunity, just hang out and talk. And where the women have their hats on, get all dressed up and have a Preakness party at the house, and just, make it a little barbecue.
Right.
The thing is, why not? Because I think it'd be fun. Even though, like I said, you don't drink, I'll be the only one drinking a Black-Eyed Susan, which I still don't know what it's made out of. But we can have a non-alcoholic version, and and enjoy. You had your family over, and everybody just there, just chilling. Now we're all sophisticated, Black people at the house.
Yeah, just dressing up like I'll come there with my top hat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, with you, I think you'd be good with a monocle.
Yeah,
Yeah, have a little monocle on there. I'm telling you, man, it worked.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea, though. That's a good idea.
But I say, why not? Because I'm never going to go down there for those people. I just think about just trying to get out of there. I think it's not even going in; it's trying to get out.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, if you were to ever go, this would have been the year to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Only 10,000 people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So let's back up a little bit because Medina Spirit won the Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
But there was a little controversy this week, man. So what's up with Medina Spirit, man? Like, what happened, man? The horse test positive for steroids? What
it test positive for the steroid betamethasone in the post Kentucky Derby testing. Now, it was tested 3 times before this race.
Yeah. And
it came back clean. Its trainer, Bob Baffert, was banned from being at the Preakness, so he wasn't there. But yeah, it was something. Triple Crown potential. He didn't get disqualified, but he did test positive. But he was allowed to race here for the Preakness if he did test clean, which he did. But it's something that they put in their horses usually days before, and I guess I don't know when he put this in because I think they put it in for to help with inflammation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know when he put it in, but it was there. So.
Oh well, and he tested positive this week, like you said, he was tested 3 different times, and he came in 3rd. I don't know, man. I guess them drugs do work.
Yeah, well, it was a strong. Still finishing 3rd out of the field out of 10 is still good.
Yeah,
whether he was on something or not, but it was pretty good. Switch to concerts. There was another horse called Concert Tour, which had to undergo additional tests as well, as I'm reading here.
Concert Tour. Okay.
Maryland racing officials require a Concert Tour to undergo additional testing as well. So one thing I have to say, the Maryland, as a wrestling fan, the Maryland Athletic Commission is one of the toughest in the country.
Really?
It only because which is crazy how I know this, but growing up watching wrestling, the Great American Bash was here in Baltimore a bunch of times, and they hated people bleeding. It was something that they didn't want it. Of course, most of the time it's accidental, but it was no blood. They would stop the matches. I think Lex Luger got busted open one time during a main event, and they literally stopped it so he could get attended to, and just called off the match.
Dang.
And awarded the bout to Ric Flair. It was crazy. It was that literally happened. So yeah, they're really tough on that sort of thing. So when it comes to like horse racing and whatever, they have some of the most stringent rules in the country.
Okay.
So,
but the Kentucky Derby winner came in third. So would you call that a funky hold, Medina thing?
What's the next topic?
All right, next topic. You'll love this one. We're going to the NFL, Hurt, and some other big news came out this week. Okay. Well, first, let's start off with this. Your boy DK Metcalf. Were you impressed with his run?
Dude's a beast.
Yeah, he participated in the U.S. track and field Golden Games, and he placed 15th, but he ran 10.36 seconds, 100-meter dash in 10.36 seconds. Which I'll put it to you like this: for not running track since high school, I don't think that's that bad. Like I said, he placed 15th, but wow. Well, I was impressed. So how about you?
Dude. I mean, the dude, we saw what happened when he ran down the guy after the interception.
Yeah.
And he ran down the length of the field, basically. So it wasn't like this burst of speed where he got tired. He consistently kept up his rate of speed to catch up with the other dude. Yep. The dude is fast. I'm so for this. I really think our athletes or other sports should go out for the Olympics and do things like that. You live once and you have a dream. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Just imagine, if he can make it on a relay team or whatever it is. That would be awesome. As long as you earn it and you go in there and you do it. I have no issues with that. I love every minute of it.
Now, apparently, he did get a special exception to participate in the event, which I don't have a problem with. No, I don't have a problem with it at all. But,
because if you get the exemption to show up, you still have to place or you still have to run it in order to get accepted. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not like he's exemption and he's on the Olympic team. It wasn't that. You have to qualify to be on there, and that's what you do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So no, I have no issues with that.
Yeah. I was just really impressed, man. And I love seeing like athletes do things outside of their normal sport. You know what I mean? Whether it's in the arts or another sport. I just think that's cool, man. So, and speaking about athletes doing something outside of their sport, one of your favorite players, he was in the Mets organization for years. Didn't quite make it to the major leagues. He almost did, though. He almost did. But word came out this week that former Met minor leaguer Tim Tebow signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars to play tight end. Hurt. Your thoughts? What do you make of the Tim Tebow signing?
How can I put this? I don't like Urban Meyer. I don't know him personally. It could be because he coached at the University of Florida, and we all know I don't like the University of Florida. Okay, let me get it together here. I don't. Tim Tebow, as a human being, is a wonderful human being. He's a nice dude. He really cares about people, so on and so forth. What he is not is an NFL tight end. That's what he, as we say, that's what he ain't. Okay? He ain't that. He should not, I repeat, should not. I don't even know if they actually signed him. They say we're going to sign him. I don't know if he has a contract yet. Either way, just entertaining this idea is nonsense. It's nonsense. And it just laughs at the lack of preparation it seems like Urban Meyer has for this job. This is not college. What is he going to do? Is he blocking a rush end? I mean, who is he lining up? What is he going to do? Is he only going to come in for passing plays? What if there's an audible and you have a run and play? Is he going? Come on, just This is utter nonsense. This is garbage. This is Boulder Dash. This is trash can on fire. I don't like any of this. Again, Urban Meyer, second stupid mistake Urban Meyer's made before the season even started as head coach. And I'm already done with this guy, really.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it all up. I don't like you. I don't like Urban Meyer.
So pompous.
Yeah,
you've never been an NFL head coach. You came from college. Have some humility. And I get the organization, the owners are the same people who own Fulham Football Club and AEW. So I basically follow Tony Khan, who is Shad Khan's son, who owns it, and they're a billionaire family. I understand what they're trying to do, and I understand why you would try with Urban Meyer, but I really feel like this is a mistake that they made. Because they're really not saying they're trying to chase instant success. They're going by his past track record, which in college is great, but he has no pro experience. So unless you're willing to have him grow with the quarterback that you drafted, and which might take a while. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of his, and I don't know if I like him less than Terry Bradshaw or not, but it's just I don't know what it is. I just don't see this working. I don't. Yeah. Especially not when you're making stupid personnel decisions like this.
Yeah. Like you said, this is a joke. First of all, Tim Tebow is not making the team. Okay. This is all publicity, and he's trying to help out a former athlete of his. Whatever. I mean, this is, like you said, it's a joke. He's not gonna. Tim Tebow is not making a team. He is not a tight end. He's 33 years old. I mean, in football years, that's ancient. So, but then again, no. In football years, 43 is super ancient because Tom Brady.
And yeah, but also a position as physical as tight end.
Right.
If he added him to the coaching staff, I would have no issue with that.
You took the words right. That was going to be my next point.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I mean, this.
No. That's so funny. You really took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say, if you want to bring him as some type of coach, some type of, I don't know, inspirational speaker, if you want to bring him in as team chaplain,
yep.
I'm cool with that. But tight end, whatever. But whatever. It's a joke. I don't really care. It just makes them look stupid as far as I'm concerned. And making Urban Meyer look stupid, making himself look stupid is fine by me because I don't like that dude.
Yeah, no, not a fan.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we got some other football news this week. You have the NFL draft, you have the combine in the off season, but one of the biggest days also the NFL off season is the schedule release.
No. The schedule. The schedule release.
Schedule. NFL
schedule.
Release.
And you know what? I always poo-pooed on this day. You know that, right? Like on a list of days, my number one day was the draft because of Mel Kiper usually. Mm-hmm. My number two is the combine because I love watching the combine. Love the combine. Schedule release day, I hate it.
Yeah.
The only reason I cared about this year is because I want to know what that 17th game was. I want to know, was I going to lose my mind? And now, of course, neither one of us wanted 17 games, but it's here.
Right.
But that 17th game, because the information I was getting was that 17th game was going to be the whatever you're matched up against game. So the other division winner from the AFC or something from somewhere, which I would have lost my mind about. I would have hated. So luckily they didn't do that. They just threw the game in the middle of the season or, as part of the season, which they should.
Right.
And looking at my team schedule, I love it because that's how it should be. Like I haven't looked at your teams yet.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about my teams. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I do. Yeah, let me go to yours and see. But I love mine.
Well, what games are you looking forward to on your schedule, Hurt?
Oh, now I got to go back again. Sorry, I switched. Let me go back to Washington. I love the fact that we're just called Washington. I don't think people really understand how much I love the fact that we don't have a name. Okay, say that one more time. What was your question?
What games are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to. We're with Kansas City at home. We'll play Kansas City this year. I want to know how much we're going to lose by. So that's exciting.
Wait up. Y'all play Kansas City at home?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Hurt. That smells like a trip.
Yeah. Sunday, October 17th. Look how high those tickets are. That's crazy. So yeah, I think that's the highest. No. Tampa Bay. We play Tampa Bay at home. Those tickets are more.
So that's a playoff rematch right there.
Yeah, those tickets are more than the Kansas City tickets.
What?
I guess because it's only by like $20. But so Tampa Bay. I'm looking forward to going to playing Vegas because we play at Vegas.
Oh,
play Vegas at Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know y'all play Vegas too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's December. Maybe we can make that trip.
Yeah,
for that game. And the end of the schedule is what gets me excited. I you know me. I love ending with the division, and we really end with the division. Now, it's a little super loaded. Like literally super loaded at the division, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay.
I wouldn't have it any way because again, since was it 2004? Hold on one second. Do I have the picture? Hold on, I'll have it for you in a second. Yeah, since 2004, it hasn't been a back-to-back winner of our division. So this is where you win or lose the division the last 5 games of the season. So I love it. I mean, in a 4-week span, 2, 3. In a 4-week span, we just played Dallas and Philly.
Okay.
So in a 4-week span, we played Dallas and Philly. That's it. Just those 2 teams twice. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. That's how you build rivalries. That's how you build, I mean, we all know none of us like each other, but I love that sort of thing.
Okay. Real quick, going back to this Kansas City, Washington. Yo, I think we should try to go to this game, man. I'm seeing some not so bad ticket prices.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hate that stadium.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but
yeah, man, if it's Mahomes, man, hey. And I don't even remember the last time we even beat the Chiefs, even when they didn't have him. So, yeah, I would definitely go to that game.
All right.
Definitely go to that game. Which I guess it means I'd have to buy T-shirts.
All right. Well, let me tell you about my schedule.
Okay, let me go to your team's schedule.
Yeah, as you know, I'm not happy at all. First of all, opening day.
You're not happy due to the games that you want to go to and where they're placed, right?
Yes. So
gotcha.
So the thing about the NFL schedule is you already know what teams you're playing and where you're playing them. Like we already know the information. The cool thing about the schedule is you find out when.
Yeah.
That's the only question really that the schedule answers. When and what time. So when and how many primetime games you got. So looking in the schedule, there's just so many good games. Kansas City at home. Good morning. Green Bay at home. Vegas on the road, which any excuse to get to Vegas is good. So I was looking. Miami, of course.
Yeah, and it's at Miami.
In Miami. So I'm like, yes, got to go to these games. Well, problem. Miami's on Thursday night. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The Raiders, Las Vegas. That's the first game of the season, and it's on Monday night. Literally the last game of week one. No, that's not happening. And not only that, but because it's the first game played in Allegiant Stadium, those tickets are going to be sky high. I don't know how much they are.
Looking here, I'm looking at the ESPN schedule, and it has the ticket prices.
Uh-huh.
I could be wrong, but it says tickets as low as $8.24.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right. Yeah.
It better be for a family of 7.
No. Dude, think about it. This is the first game in that city.
I get it, but I don't. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's like some people's mortgages. I ain't paying that just to go see. I'm not paying that to see any. I don't care if the Beatles came back and they were alive. I'm not paying to see anything. If they had a concert with Prince, Biggie, and Michael, and Tupac, I'm not paying $8.24.
I don't know, Hurt.
Nah, I ain't paying $8.24 for one person.
I don't know. Prince, Biggie, and Tupac,
and
Michael.
Not gonna do it.
I think I might have to.
$8.24? Nah.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's done. I can't go to Miami because that's a Thursday night game. I could go to Kansas City, but those tickets are sky high.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game I think I'm going to wind up going to, the home game, is hopefully the Green Bay game, but we don't know about Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
We'll know by then because that's in December.
Right.
The man for the Rams is a good game because you get to see your boy.
Yeah, I might have to go to that game.
Yes.
I just might have to go.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
For you to go to that game. I think you personally need to go to that game.
So here are the good things about the Ravens schedule. We have 5 primetime games. They have the bye week in week 8, which is kind of in the middle because it's 18 weeks now. So that's pretty much in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good bye week, though.
Yeah,
that's better than like when those teams get like week 5 or something crazy.
Right. So that's pretty much in the middle. We get 4 straight home games, which is crazy.
Yeah, you get Indy, the Chargers, Cincy, and Soda.
Yes. Here's what I don't like about the schedule. The last 7 or so games, we play Cleveland twice in 3 weeks, and they get a bye. We play a lot of our, like you said, a lot of our division games are backloaded. They're in the end of the season. So
yeah. Well, the good thing is you have it broken up at least. So, like you said, it's Cleveland, then at Pittsburgh, then at Cleveland, Green Bay at home, at Cincy, the Rams at home, and then at home with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So which is again, if you want to end the season as you ended with your biggest rival in the division.
Yeah,
that works. As compared to our schedule, which our last 5 games are Dallas, at Philly, at Dallas, Philly, at New York.
Wow.
And the rest of this, it's a hard, again, because we won a division, it's a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Because we're at Buffalo. We played NFC South this year. So, of course, we got New Orleans, Carolina, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. We played AFC West, so we get Kansas City, Denver, and the Los Angeles Chargers, who we start the season off against. So we play Seattle, and of course, then Dallas, Philly, New York. Because it was funny, we played New York in our second game, which, by the way, is the Thursday night game. So we started off our season on Sunday. That Sunday at 1 p.m. against Los Angeles, and then Thursday night, the first Thursday night game is us in New York.
Okay.
And then from there, it's a bunch. But yeah, the end of the season off with Dallas, Philly, New York. That you can't get, to me, you can't get any better than that. One of those games is a Sunday night game, which that means we're going to lose at Dallas because it's a Sunday night.
Do y'all have any Monday night games this year?
We have Monday against Seattle. We have play Seattle at home.
Is it at home?
Yep.
Oh boy.
So you know what that means.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be a drubbing at home.
Oh man.
So yeah, you can count that up as a loss. So just chalk that up.
All right.
So yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it.
That's good. That's good, man. I'm glad you like your schedule. Now, other than the Washington football team, what is the game you're looking forward to the most in the league?
That's a good question. And honestly, it has to revolve around where Aaron Rodgers is going to be.
Oh, okay.
I just if he's going to be in Green Bay, it's going to be anything basically Green Bay does. But Green Bay plays your division, so having him play because it's going to be on TV, then definitely. But having them play you guys in December, if he's actually on the team, that's something that if you don't go to that game, or if we don't go to that game, that's something that we definitely have to watch together.
Oh yeah.
So just just facing that division, and they play Kansas City.
Okay.
So watching, having them play Kansas City is exciting. So I definitely want to see that.
Well, there's one game I'm looking forward to. I think the whole world's looking forward to is going to have all kinds of ratings. And if you could pull up the Patriots schedule, because I want to see how much these tickets are going
for. Oh yeah.
Tom,
no, I'm not pulling up. I'm not putting up. I'm putting up the NFL champion schedule.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap!
I just want to know how much those tickets are going for. I know Tampa Bay is going to New England this year. I don't know what week it is, but
this ain't right.
It's right. It's right. How much?
1,000.
Yeah.
$118.
That sounds right, dude. Think about it. Come on, Hurt. Think about it. First of all, it's in Boston, so that's automatically going to drive the price up. But it's Tom Brady coming back, yo. Like, of course.
1,000.
Yes, Hurt.
$118. Tickets as low as.
Yes, Hurt. Why is that surprising to you?
Maybe because I get, me, I get sticker shock. That's why I don't go to these games, because they cost too much money in the first place.
Right.
So I rarely go. And literally, not gonna lie to you, not gonna lie to everyone here. That's why I would rather sit there, pay for a hotel, a flight, and a game to go to Miami. And I still won't even come close to that.
Exactly, Hurt.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Exactly. We have a question. Thanks, Jaden. Do y'all know how they picked the 17th game? All right. So basically, you have a rotation every year. You play the team in your division, and then you play AFC team. Hold on. You have 16 games. You have the 6 games in your division, and then you play 4 teams. Let me see, 16, 4 plus 4. Yeah. So you play 4 teams in your division. Then there's a rotation of teams that you play in the NFC. Because there's 4 divisions in the NFC, and those get rotated every 4 years. And then in the AFC, the same thing. There's a rotation. So like last year, the Ravens played the your division. Hurt. We played your division. The NFC was at East.
Yeah. And
we played the AFC. What did we play last year? We played the NFC West. So last year, the Ravens played the NFC West, so they have those 4 games. Then they played the NFC East. That was another 4 games, so that's 8. Then they played 6 games against the division. And then you played 2 games because they played Miami last year. You played 2 teams in the AFC that you matched up with. So, for instance, the Ravens came in first place in 2019, so they had to play Kansas City, who was in the West, because we didn't play there. We didn't rotate with their division this year. And then we played who's the other team? Oh, the Patriots, because they came in first the year before, so we had to play the Patriots last year.
Are you doing a math equation?
Yeah. So basically, every year you're going to play some type of division in the AFC. So this year, the way they picked the game is you have to play a team in the NFC that wasn't in the same rotation that you had to play. So, like I said, last year we played the and we played the NFC West. But no, we played the NFC West last year, or did we? So anyway, long story short, you play
very long.
You play a team. I believe you play a team in the opposite division. I mean, in the opposite conference that came in the same. They came in the same place that you did. That's not in the rotation. I know that I know I didn't make that easy.
Dude, you lost me.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah. So each team you play one division that's opposite. You play one division. You play 4 teams from the opposite conference. So if you're in the NFC, you're going to play 4 teams from a AFC conference, but that rotates every 4 years. So that leaves 3 other divisions that you could play in NFC. So you just play one of those divisions, but I don't know how they determine which division you play. But I know that, okay, cool. But I know that you have to play a team that placed in the same spot that you did.
We probably figured it out halfway while you were talking. So.
Yeah.
But say for instance, Washington this year, our extra AFC game is against Buffalo because we're not rotating against them this year.
Right.
And they won their division. Since we won our division, we're matched up against them.
Right.
So it's, that's how it works. I think the Rams' extra game is against Jacksonville because they finished at the same place, but they're playing no, not Jacksonville.
The Rams against us.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because they play the AFC South. So because they finished second, you finished second in your division, right? It was third?
We finished second.
Second. So they're gonna play. So that's how it works out. Yeah. But it ends up being some good games. I'm just glad it's not the exact last game of the season.
Yeah.
That's all I cared about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a great game, man. I can't wait to see.
That's a lot of money, man. But I just can't get over. That's a Super Bowl. Like
that's not a Super Bowl. That's just it. That's near Super Bowl money, but not quite.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's a regular season game in October. And you know how I feel. That's why I don't go to these things. It's just
dude. I hear you. I have a limit as to how much I'll spend. Right, but
yeah, and usually if it starts off with 4 numbers before it gets to a dot, I'm out.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know if I do 3 numbers, it gets to a dot, I'm out. Okay, there's got to be some special occasion, or somebody's retiring tour or something.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't pay like $100 something for A-Rod's last game if he's going to retire. If I could see it, but
yeah.
Other than that, nope, not gonna do it.
All right,
let's move on.
All right, man. Let's go to basketball real quick because I have a couple basketball questions for you. First, I have a couple of Wizards questions, and then we'll talk about Hall of Fame. First of all, Russell Westbrook, he makes history, but is it a big deal? He broke the record for triple doubles, and we kind of talked about this last week. What do you think? He broke Oscar Robinson's record. Is it a big deal, Hurt?
I think it will be in time. I feel like because he's done it so much and so frequently recently, even though he's the only guy doing it, by the way, we sort of have undervalued it in a way. Because remember, when Oscar Robertson, we never saw him play, we were too young. But the triple-double was this thing like, oh my gosh, triple-double. Like, it's special. Like, when somebody gets a triple-double, it's like, dude, he had a triple-double that game. Now, because Westbrook basically has one every game, it's like, oh, Westbrook got a triple-double. Oh, that's cool. And then when other people get triple-doubles, you're like, you almost like, well, you should get a triple-double, right? I mean, but in years from now, I think it'll be more appreciated than it is now. I just feel like now almost feels like one of those extra stats they throw in baseball. It's just like, what is this war crap that you're talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel this is kind of what the triple double is becoming. Just like, oh, okay. But if somebody else does it, it still sounds impressive, which is weird. If somebody has a really if Joel Embiid has like a triple double, you're like, oh man, he had a really good game. But if you hear Russell had a triple double, oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think later on, as you know, or maybe when he gets into the Hall of Fame, I think they'll look at it differently.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good accomplishment, but I don't think I think people have diminished what he's doing. But if he's the only one doing it, it's got to mean something. You know what I mean? So, but I'm with you. All right, let's give him the respect he's due, and hopefully people will, with like you said, with time, people will recognize it more and more.
Yeah.
But that brings me to my next question. This week, the Wizards clinched a playoff spot in the playoff round. The playoff round. So my question to you is: are the Wizards a dark horse playoff team? Hurt?
No. Only because they got to get out of that little tournament to get into the playoff, so to speak. So it's Boston, Charlotte, Washington, and the Pacers all clinched the spot, and they're all in this little playoff to get in. My issue with the Wizards is I don't think they have the capability to beat someone in a four game series. Not 4 game series, but to beat someone in a 7-game series. If it was one of those shorter series, it was like a 5. They don't even do 3, but if it was something like that, I feel like the Wizards could do that. But as the longer something goes on, I feel like the worse it would be for them. But they can maybe get out of this. I think they can get out of this little playing tournament to get into the playoffs. But after that, if you play Brooklyn, Philly you have all those games, it's not going to work for them.
That's what I want to see.
It'll be exciting. It'll still be exciting. I can't wait.
I just want to see the Brooklyn Washington matchup. That's all I want to see, man. Is Bradley Beal playing? I know he missed a couple games.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing right now.
That's not good.
He's gonna miss. I think he's gonna miss. I think the last game's today. And he's gonna miss that one, but he should be okay in time for whenever the tournament starts.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, I guess they're probably maybe just resting him, I guess. Well, no, because they weren't in the playoffs, so I don't know. I just hope that hip injury is not as bad. I just want to see him play at their full strength just to see what they do. So.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah, I want him 100% healthy.
Yeah.
But like Jay said, like the Wizards are too top heavy. Well, they have their superstars, but the thing is too with the Wizards, they have a lot of injuries. Yeah. So if they were ever 100% healthy, it would definitely help the team. But hey, you know what? The fact that they got no one even think they could get this far. Yeah, he's questionable for Sundays. Yeah, he's out. He's questionable for it's his hamstring.
Oh, it's his hamstring? Oh,
yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, so yeah, but they have a ton of injuries, so that's why they're not as deep as other teams. Like I said, they had a center that was out who had a torn ACL. They had another guy out who had an ankle surgery and suffered a hairline fracture. So they have been going down all season. So they can only rely on the big guys, but they've come through for the most part to get to the record that they got. So I'm still excited that the Knicks are a 4 seed and in the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
And I'm happy about that. I can't wait to watch them play, honestly.
Do we know who they may be matched up with?
I think if they go by seeding, they should play the 5th place team, which I believe is Atlanta. So that's gonna be an exciting series to watch. With Trey Young. So
okay,
got to root from my Knicks.
All right, I'm gonna skip real quick to the other Washington playoff team. Then we'll go back to basketball. But my question is, will the Caps go far in the playoffs? Man, they got off to a good start last night, but
how do we Boston
in overtime?
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. How far do you think they'll go, though?
And real quick, how long has it been in a calendar month or year that all the Washington teams made the playoffs?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it has to be a minute. Wow. I really believe it had to be a while for all the Washington teams to be in the playoffs.
Are you including the Mystics on this as well?
Actually, I'm not, but I should because they won the championship like 2 years ago. So, and I will include the Mystics, who, by the way, they weren't in the final last year. Was Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
I'm wrong about that. It was Las Vegas.
Okay. Okay, but so far this year we've had the football team,
Wizards, and the Caps, and the Mystics did make the playoffs. But yeah.
Thank goodness the Nationals are going to ruin that streak.
I forgot about them. Yeah, they didn't make it last year, but they won the World Series the year before. So, I mean, it's still been a good run.
No. But I'm talking about. But you said the calendar year, which is this year. So
yeah, man, I totally forgot about them.
Yeah, but
I named all those teams. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But they could make it. You might. I mean, so far you're right, but I just hope we ruin that streak because I can't stand the Nationals. But
well, I don't hate them, but they're in my division, so I don't like them either.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, the Caps, they can make it run, but it's always Pittsburgh waiting there, trying to ruin all the fun for them. And Tampa Bay still got a good team. Remember, Tampa Bay is defending NHL champions. So I think they can make a run. I don't think they have the best team.
Wow.
It's just going to be it's going to be tough. But this is a weird year. You never know.
Yeah. I just feel like if they can get past Pittsburgh, man, they got a good shot.
Yep.
It's going to be tough, but if they can somehow get past Pittsburgh, I like their chances, man. All right, man. Back to the NBA. Yesterday, it was Hall of Fame induction day. Some persons of note, of course, the late great Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett. And I'd like to know your thoughts on the NBA Hall of Fame induction.
I thought it was, of course, very emotional. For Kobe's family being there, it had a different. I never even watched these things, to be honest with you, for the most part. But when you look at the class of people that went in there, I mean, Tim Duncan, my wife's favorite player, and just the titles, the big fundamentals, the franchise that he was. Kobe, of course, is the headliner. But even if he was still here, he'd be the headliner. But because he isn't, it adds something even, a tad bit of a higher level of, importance to this one for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could care less about KG. I could care less. He was being petty in his Hall of Fame acceptance speech, but he did shout out Tim and he did shout out Kobe. But it had a different feel to it due to Kobe not being there. But it was emotional. I mean, Tim got emotional talking about Pop, having, and I didn't even know all that stuff about, Pop, went and visited him at his home. When they drafted him, to get to know him and their relationship, because you really don't, how close they were, but you really don't know because you're not there every day. I even saw a video of them play fighting, where they're sitting there play fighting. Pop's like trying to beat him up. And Tim's in there, in a fighting position, and they were just, going at each other. And it's like, hey, you know what? You can see Pop's a conscious dude. He's a woke dude.
Yeah.
But I never saw him as like this playful, play fighting type guy that, coaches that people love. And he missed his team's game to come there. So the Spurs had a game. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to go to Tim's Hall of Fame induction, which I don't blame him. But, it's good to see. This one had a little bit more importance to it due to, like I said, Kobe not being there. But it was a great class. It's a great class of people that went in there. Even Tamika Catchings as well.
Oh, okay.
Was inducted, and she's one of the best basketball players. I know even though she went to University of Tennessee, we can't change that. But she was great as a professional. So it was a really great class.
What about Michael MJ? How did he do?
He actually loved Kobe, and when he talked, you could definitely feel that. And he was up there with Vanessa.
Okay.
So having them together, him talking about Kobe, Like earlier this week, I heard he's like, I'm not deleting Kobe's number from my phone. He's like, he just can't do it. There was a special relationship there, and it actually made Michael feel a little bit more human to me. You know, going through all this and inducting Kobe. So, you know, again, and that's special. It's still special. And like I said, it's something that was enjoyable, but it's very, very, very emotional.
Okay. All right, Hurt. Well, we're done with all the sports topics for this week. It's now time for some movies, Hurt, and we're continuing our list of our top. What was it, like 85 movies? We are officially halfway done after the day, so that's cool. But first, we got to get your review, man, on Mortal Kombat. You had a chance to watch it.
So, yeah, you watched it weeks ago, and I said, you know what, I'll give it a chance. Yeah, so Jaden, real quick, Jaden brought up for next season, Ben Wallace got inducted for next class.
Ben Wallace?
Yeah, Ben Wallace.
Huh?
Yeah, well, Jaden, we'll talk about that another day. Probably when I was gonna mention it, but I'm like, no, because
Ben Wallace got inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Yes. So, but I was gonna bring that up as a topic like next week another time. I wanted to concentrate on this one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this one.
Yeah. Because I was looking the same way you were looking. So I was like, Ben Wallace. So yeah, and then so I forgot who else got in. Someone else got in, but it is for next year. I think Chris Webber too. So C. Webb and Ben Wallace, but we will talk about that maybe next week. But going back to Mortal Kombat, it was a movie that was made for a sequel. Honestly, it was because it didn't have all the characters in there, and as you know, I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat game person. Defensive players matter. I mean, it's true. They do. You do the average like half a point a game, but this is.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, he got a good afro though. I got a good afro.
Yeah. It was made for a sequel. Okay.
It was made for a sequel, and it, like I said, it was missing some of the key characters because I know obviously they plan on building off this. As a movie, it wasn't that bad. I didn't go in having any expectations of it at all, and so it kind of delivered on that part. It wasn't as gory as usually it is, which I'm glad.
Huh?
I mean, it was certain parts that were.
You thought it wasn't gory?
Not really. I mean, it was only like what, maybe 2 really bad spots. Yeah, I agree with Jaden on that one. Yeah, I just wish there was more Scorpion. Well, Jaden, do you think it was gory? I didn't think it was really gory. I think there was only like 2 real spots that were gory. I don't even remember the dude's name. Like, that's so bad.
So Kung Lao sliced someone in half with his hat. Kano pulls somebody.
Yeah, that was gory. That's what I'm saying. And he's like,
Kano pulls out Lizard's heart. Jax does this finisher move where he smashes.
Yeah, that one too. So it was Jax's. It was Kano's was the worst. But when he even killed the Goro, whatever, the 4-arm dude.
Yeah, Goro.
It was like, oh, okay, it wasn't too bad. But I was expecting like more, like 10 times worse than that. So, like you said, there wasn't a lot of Scorpion. He did show up in there. It was more Sub-Zero than anybody.
Yeah. Now, Jaden, I agree with you. Scorpion was my favorite player, by the way. So
get over here.
Yeah, that was my dude. Scorpion and Raiden. First of all, this Mortal Kombat movie was way, way better than the stuff they put out. Yeah, I mean, I like the way the characters looked. You know what I mean?
The roles too, the roles that they had.
And these people could actually, I don't know who these actors were, but you could tell they could actually fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there was a better martial arts element to this. Kano, man. Kano was a trip, man. he stole the show, man.
I did not expect him. He just did not shut up.
No.
The dude talked the whole time.
Yeah. I won't say the only problem, but one of the things I didn't like about it was that they made up a character. The main protagonist of the movie is someone who was not in the game, and I thought that was kind of weird. This is from my inexperience. I thought he was someone that was in the game. No,
not like any of the later rendition. What was his name even?
His name was Cole. There's Cole.
Cole.
Yeah, the main guy's name was like Cole. He's a made up character, yo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was a different. You mean like the guy who was the head of telling Sub-Zero what to do and sending all the people in there?
I'm talking about the main character of the movie, the dude Cole, the guy with the family. Him, the hero. I thought you meant the villain guy. My bad. No.
I was wondering because I was confused. I'm like, I don't remember this guy at all.
Yeah, I was like, who is this guy? And I was like, yeah, he wasn't in Mortal Kombat.
Okay, all right. I thought after the movie was over, I said, well, maybe I missed something. Let me Google the characters for Mortal Kombat, and I just like, who is he?
Yeah.
I said, I know who Kung Lao. I know the dude with the hat. I know those characters are very well because I like the dude with the hat. He's one of my favorite characters to play when I play. I know Raiden, of course, Sub-Zero, Jax, Sonya Blade, all these people, the bad guys. I know what they look like. I can't remember, like I said, like Kano and stuff. But that dude, I was just like, well, maybe I missed it because they added so many different people through the years.
Yeah.
So, but they're still missing a ton. Like I said, there's no Johnny Cages as of yet, even though you saw a poster of him.
Yeah, like
there definitely should be a sequel.
Yeah, well, they're definitely setting this up because we didn't even get to the Mortal Kombat tournament. You know what I mean? We just got to like the sparring. You know what I mean? Like the pre-tournament stuff. So yeah, they definitely setting it up, and I thought it was good. I thought the fight scenes were good. I thought the fatalities were good. I thought the CGI was good. So yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Cole Young. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know him. I know Liu Kang. Oh yeah, they had Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like it was the same Cabal. I like using Cabal too. Yeah. But yeah, Kano, that dude was great. The dude who played Kano was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. But like you said, I think it was better than I thought it was going to be. So I would definitely watch the sequel.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. Well, let's get to our movies. We got 4 movies to talk about today. 2 of yours, 2 of mine. Last week, we ended with number 45, which was Kill Bill Volume 2. And this week, we're going to start with Kill Bill Volume 1. This is number 44 on the list. And tell us about this one, Hurt.
Well, this is the beginning. This is how the whole franchise of this started. We found out how she got into a coma, her waking up, her revenge, just the whole backstory happened in this volume 1. And of course, we get Vivica Fox is in this one. Of course, one of my favorite people, Lucy's in this one, and so it has a bunch of, of course, the regular cast of David Carradine and everybody else, but it's just a lot of the backstory, how she got to where she got to. I like the first one because of Lucy Liu and her going to Japan and the fighting 88s and that whole thing, the little crazy assassin person with the wrecking ball. Yeah, the whole scene was freaking awesome. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool. You see Uma and Vivica and Lucy fight. I was like, man, they're doing a good job with these fight scenes, man. You know what I mean? Kill Bill Volume 1 is good, man. I love that movie.
She gets her Hanzo sword.
Yes. And
you see her going through her, some of her training, but going to get to Hanzo and him like, I'm retired. And like, nope, I got to make it. Oh, okay. Makes her so, it was it's such a good. I really enjoyed it.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, it was a step above 2.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, 2's a little slow. I mean, I still like it, but it's slower. Like the pacing is not the same as 1. 1 is just like, let's go.
Bro, it's like go. It's still like in between like the stuff that happened to her and her just trying to get her toe to wiggle was like a big moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Her toe to wiggle. Oh yeah, go. Not gonna say the name of the car she stole, but that's besides the point. But it was just her coming back and getting exacting her revenge.
Yeah.
So, but like the fight in '88 was just that whole crazy scene. And I like the fact when it's on TV, it turns gray because all the blood and everything. Like they show it on regular cable TV, like if it comes on TBS or something like that. That scene turns gray because of all the blood.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot. So
especially how that scene ends with Lucy Liu.
Oh yeah, well, that one just kind of hurt my heart.
Yeah,
her last words that this is not Hanzu's sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. All
right. Yep. Number 43. This was one of my movies.
And definitely, I think they don't need. I think honestly, dude, when they go through this list, we don't need to mention whose movies are whose at this point.
It's funny how we were talking about how movies really differ.
Yes,
a lot. But this movie used to be in my top 10, but there's some movies that have come along that have replaced it. But this is one of my all-time faves. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, man. This has 2 of my faves in it: Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey.
Oh, I didn't know I had 2 of my favorites in here too, because I don't remember seeing this movie.
Yeah,
it's got Elijah Wood and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, it's got the Hawk and it's got Frodo. Yeah.
Frodo Baggins.
Yeah, man. But this is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's a little bit of a comedy. It's like a dark comedy. It's got it's a love story, and it's also got an element. I won't say time travel, but it's got a sci-fi element to it as well. Basically, they are a couple, and they break up, and Jim Carrey's so distraught that he goes to this place, and this is where like the sci-fi element comes in. Mm-hmm. But he goes to this place to get his memory erased. He wants to erase his memories of her because his heart's so broken. So in the movie, you see the process. You actually see his memories being erased, but as they're being erased, he realizes he wants to hold on to them. So he's trying to do everything he can to hold on to these memories. So it's just such a cool movie. I love the way it's done. I love the way. I just love it's just so good. And this movie did actually win an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, I believe. Because it's such a unique. It was like such a unique movie to me, and just with that kind of just a touch of that sci-fi thing with the memory erase and trying to hold on to them, and it's so cool. It's just so good. Next on the list, number 42. This is one of your movies, one of my favorite movies as well. We're going back to the MCU. This is my favorite Captain America.
Also, I was up late last night watching Endgame on TV.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. But Captain America: Civil War, man.
There's not too many times when you watch 2 good guys go at each other. And as a comic book reader, even though a lot of this did involve the mutants in the comic books, of course, not so much here, or not at all here, it was good. And how they brought it, and the way that they brought it was, it was cool, and it was heartbreaking at the same time. Just watching Tony and Cap fight, it's still just kind of like it's painful. It's just like, you guys, why are you guys fighting? You guys are so close.
Yeah.
But just everything that happened, watching his parents get murdered, seeing that was Bucky. There's just so much going on. but it was so good because you can understand why. You can understand both sides, which is crazy. You can really understand both sides.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like,
and that's what made this movie so good.
Exactly. This is such a believable conflict because you really understand both sides. And when I'm watching it, I'm like, what side would I choose? Like, what side would I choose? Because I get both. What both of them.
Well, you know what side I would choose. So I think if everybody knows the show so far, you know what side I'm on. So I'm definitely you're more roadie than I am.
Well, I'm on the side. I forget whose side was who. No. I would be on Captain America's side because I'm not. My thing is, you can't police these dudes. Like, these dudes are saving the planet. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's gonna be some damage along the way, but come on, man. Like, these dudes are saving the freaking planet.
We're saving more lives than are being lost. Yeah, and without them, more would be lost.
Yeah.
Do things happen sometimes? Unfortunately, of course.
Yeah.
I was reading, and this is a whole different universe. But
I'm against big government and I'm against regulation. Hurt.
It was this. I was reading a Star Wars book, and it was about how some people hated the Jedi, and they couldn't understand. So she was having Ahsoka Tano, a Jedi, was having a conversation like, "Why do you hate?" She's like, "Well, they were battling the Sith or some criminals or whatever. Criminal threw a train. She diverted the train to go away, but it crashed into a house, and it killed people. And Jedi it's almost like a religious sort of thing, right, in a way. But they're just like, she's like, I'm sorry for your loss,' and just kept going. Like, how do you feel about that? Yeah, they saved whatever, but your family is hurt because the greater good was accomplished, but people who don't mean as much were hurt by it. You know what I mean? So it's like when you look at everything, you can kind of see, again, when I go to Star Wars, you can see how people could turn against a Jedi or how Jedi could be looked upon because they shouldn't be in a war, period. That's not what they were there for. But when they become a warring force, it could be turned against you and flipped like it was. So in this case, it's the same thing here. You know, we can't sit here and regulate where the Avengers going to go. Oh, hey, we need you in Poland or we need you here. And it's going to just serve America's interests. So and other nations do have their own superheroes. I know we don't go into that. But are they just going to go just do England's bidding? Is, whoever is in whatever country going to do that country's bidding? They need to save the world. What if there's a world attack that happens over Japan? Or what are just going to be like, okay, we're good here. You guys stay here. You can't go act and save people. Nah. And that whole concept was just so well thought out. And Tony just wanted to protect everybody. He thought this was the best way. And in between, you had the conflicting story, but what happens with, what's his name? Bucky. And Zemo. And everything. Just that whole thing was just good. So I enjoy Civil War a lot.
Yeah. And we also get introduced to Spider-Man to the MCU in this movie. So yeah. I also like that as well.
Yeah, Ant-Man had his coolest role.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I rip in half. Like, what? What did you just say? Whoa, we have a really tall dude, really big dude. He's like, oh, I mean, just it was so good. But yeah, good. I can talk about that movie forever because it's so funny.
I know, man. But last on the list for today is one of my favorite movies. This also used to be in my top 10. Really cool movie. I think this is a very underrated movie. And to your surprise, even though we have another Denzel movie on the list that we actually agree on, this might be my favorite Denzel movie. Probably is my favorite Denzel movie. And it's Deja Vu, man. I love this movie so much. We got Denzel, we got Paula Patton, we got what's his name? James Caviezel? I forget his first name. We even get Val Kilmer in this movie, right? But the significance of this movie is this was the first movie that was filmed in New Orleans post Hurricane Katrina. So that's one of the cool things about this movie. But basically, this movie involves a murder, and Denzel Washington has a chance to prevent this murder from happening. Without knowing what this movie was about, because I don't like knowing what movies are about when I see them, this has an element of time travel in it, which always helps. Which
always helps. Time travel always helps.
Yeah, so it has a certain element of time travel in it. But the way the movie's done, it's kind of like it's not. It's hard to explain. It's not really a whodunit, but it kind of is, but it isn't. But the way the movie's done and the time travel element is just really cool. It is really well done, and I'm just surprised that it doesn't get much more play because it's a really good movie, man. So
yeah, my issue with, I mean, Denzel's so good in whatever he does, right? But just a personal thing. I feel like all the movies kind of run in together sometimes. Like I feel there's a lot of similarities with his movies, but they're all like Man on Fire. Like when you said Deja Vu, I was like, I don't remember that movie.
Yeah, you probably didn't see it. No,
I know I did. I remember now when you.
You've seen Deja Vu?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, when you said the name Paula Patton, I know I watched it, but I was like, oh yeah, but I watched it probably maybe once or twice.
Real quick, the reason why I say that because this is a very different movie than what Denzel normally does. Like this is very different. Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But because his movies run together, this one is a different type of movie for him. Yeah, it really is.
It's almost like, God, what was that movie he did with not when he was Frank White, Gangster.
Oh yeah. The
one before that.
I know what you're talking about. You said not the gangster movie?
No, not that one. The one that he did with Russell Crowe beforehand. It was like a scientific sci-fi movie. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he makes these movies.
Oh, dude. It was Duplicity or Multiplicity?
Yeah, I think something like that. Like
never seen it.
You gotta remember because I see that movie, mind you. But that's what I'm talking about, Denzel. There's so many movies in his wardrobe that you feel like you've watched everything, but you miss some things. Because there's some different things between Malcolm X and Man on Fire and Inside Job, which is one of my favorite movies he's ever been in, to Mo Better Blues.
Yeah.
There's so many Denzel movies out there that you will. I'm telling you, I don't. Unless you're, again, like I'm a Tom Hanks fan, but I still haven't seen every Tom Hanks movie. I haven't seen the one that just came out. I didn't see another one that he made. Road to Perdition, I didn't really watch. But there's so many that you probably think you watched everything, but you haven't.
Yeah.
It was the one that got.
Oh, you can finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was in the one that you just when he went to just save his son, to just give him a heart transplant, and he had to sacrifice himself for that. There's so many different Denzel movies. There's like a billion of them. It seems like, but they all kind of. What I mean is they all kind of run together. So when you hear, oh, it's a Denzel movie, like yeah, I've seen it, and then you might not have because there's so many. That's all.
Yeah,
dude's made like 8 billion films.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I urge you if you have not, if anybody's out there that has not seen Deja Vu, just see it and tell me what you think. Seriously,
it went out there.
It is so because it's so good. It's so good. Now, normally we will end, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you know there was a movie that was filmed in Baltimore that has Jennifer Aniston, Ben Affleck, Bradley Cooper, and Scarlett Johansson in it? Drew Barrymore. Did you know that?
Especially those people in it. No.
So there's a movie. I heard of this title. He's just not that into you. But apparently,
I heard of the title.
I've heard that title. I knew nothing what it was about, but apparently it was filmed in Baltimore and it's about Baltimoreans. So I think it's a rom-com. But now I want to watch it because I was like, wait a minute. With this cast, this was 2000. The movie came out in 2009. And I don't remember like hearing anything about this
movie being filmed downtown or something, because you usually hear about things.
Exactly. So I want to watch this movie because I gotta see this. With that huge of a cast in Baltimore, I just gotta see it just for that. So that's gonna be my next homework assignment.
That's cool, and it sounds like a movie that you'd like.
Hey, I didn't say I would like it. I just want to see
that goes along with some of the rom-coms you like. So that would make sense.
I don't have any rom-coms on my list, do I? I don't think.
Oh, maybe they're just coms and not roms. I don't know. But you come back with us for a report on the movie because
yes,
I'm definitely not ever watching.
It's got Rocket in it. Come on.
Yeah, no, he's not Rocket in the movie though. So if he was, that would be a different story. Oh. So look at these. Okay, look at all these movies since 2006. Real quick. And it's funny because we mentioned American Gangster and Inside Man, and in between Inside Man and American Gangster was Deja Vu. So which is okay. John Q was the one that we were talking about. It's all these movies. So even after that, The Taking of Pelham 123. You remember that one?
I've seen
The Great Debaters.
Seen that.
All right. Book of Eli.
Seen that. Like that.
Unstoppable.
Have not. Wait up. Was that the one with the train?
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Safe House.
Seen that.
Flight.
Seen that.
Two Guns.
Seen that.
The Equalizer, which everybody saw that.
Saw that. I didn't like
The Magnificent Seven, which it was a Western.
Denzel was in a Western?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I like that movie. It's got Star-Lord in it.
The Magnificent Seven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those type of movies. I like Westerns, so that's all.
Okay.
Fences, of course.
Seen that.
Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Have not seen that.
The Equalizer 2.
There was an Equalizer 2?
See, that's what I'm saying. And The Little Things.
Saw that.
Which came out this year. And also, coming out this year is The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Really?
So I want to see that one.
Huh. Okay. All right.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many. Just think about, okay, so this dude was in, real quick, I know we're not trying to stay too long, but I know Soldier Story, which he started out was like in 84. Of course, he was, even before then, he was in St. Elsewhere, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It was he played a doctor. It was Howie Mandel was in it. But A Soldier Story. Then was in Cry of Freedom. There goes St. Elsewhere right here. The Mighty Quinn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Denzel was in Cry of Freedom. That's right.
Yep. The Mighty Quinn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Of course, we all remember Glory.
Yeah.
Mississippi Masala. Remember that one?
No, I do not.
What?
I have not seen that.
All right, we'll talk off air about that one. That was Ricochet.
Haven't seen it.
Then came Malcolm X.
Awesome.
The Pelican Brief, Philadelphia.
Of course, I've seen that.
Crimson Tide.
Seen it.
Devil in a Blue Dress, Preacher's Story. Preacher's Wife, sorry.
I was about to say Preacher's Wife.
Yeah. He Got Game.
Have not seen that.
Fallen, which was good.
Haven't seen it.
That was the one he had, was the John Goodman was in it. That's where the guy kept passing demons to everybody.
Yeah, I don't do stuff like that.
The Bone Collector.
Never seen it.
The Hurricane.
Saw that.
Yep. Of course, Remember the Titans.
Awesome.
Training Day.
Oscar.
Yeah. John Q. Antoine Fisher.
Seen it.
Out of Time. Manchurian Candidate. There's so many. But that's what I'm saying. Like all these movies, I just feel like because he almost will come out with like one or two a year, just kind of run into each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, Denzel definitely top 1, 2, 3 of all time.
Yes.
Wherever you had him, he should be at least in your top 3.
Just watch Deja Vu again, please. Please, just do me that favor. Such a good movie, man.
I like the fact that you said watch Deja Vu again.
Oh, man.
Something about that. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, NYMD Podcast. We're on iHeart, Spreaker, Stitcher apps, Google, Spotify, and wherever you find podcasts, you find NYMD Podcast. Our social media, Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. And, of course, we're on StreamYard and YouTube. Subscribe us, like us, give us comments. Thank you for Doc and Jaden for your commentary today. And everybody be safe. The weather, at least up in the East Coast, are going to be nice. And thanks to Big Nate. Congrats, Nate. Big man, soon to be on campus. I cannot believe he's that old and still don't want to talk about it. So, I don't know why his age gets me, but it does.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And good job driving home the other night, too. Good job. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. But be safe, and the cicadas are coming. Have your umbrellas out. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Cicadas are coming.
Man, we got to talk about that. You heard something I haven't heard? Or like what?
Oh, yeah.
So, wait a minute, because it's been May. I mean, we're 2 weeks in, and we hadn't seen any. So,
have you looked in the yards? My yard, the holes are opening up. I saw some carcasses outside.
Oh, I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, they're going to be here soon, my friend.
Oh, shoot.
Soon.
I'm just worried about Nene, yo. She is not good with bugs, yo, and she's never seen the cicada. Well, of course.
Oh, she would. Yeah, neither has Soap.
Right. And I'm just like, oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, it's just.
I'm more worried about her, yo, because shoot. Did I end this thing?
Well, you should. You did, but you should.